Well, g'day everybody, how you going? It's been a while since I've made a video on here, but I thought since I'm at my mate's place today and I got the chance, I'm going to show you how we hook up, how road trains are connected in Australia. Now, I know that you have converter dollies over there for pulling turnpikes and, you know, Queen City triples and stuff like that. Here's a typical, well, we don't even worry about calling them converter dollies, they're just a dolly, road train dolly. You see how long the drawbar is for a start, the difference in length. Like that one there is about 9.5 foot long. The reason why they're so long, instead of being a bloody short little thing, is, have you ever tried backing a dolly that's got a 2-foot drawbar? Very, very hard, okay? And yes, they do back the trucks here, they do back doubles to hook them up and that, and so that's why we have such long drawbars. Also makes them a bit more stable on the road. And you can see here on the end of the drawbar, I have the eye here. Now this one's a little bit flogged out, but yeah, that's the eye of the drawbar. And what that fits into, like in Canada and America, you just hook your dollies up using pintle hooks. Now, I honestly don't know how the hell you do it. You must have 2 people there, or you must be bloody Superman or something to be able to do it, because what we use here in Australia is called a ring feeder. And this here is a ring feeder. As you can see here, you got the mouth of the ring feeder and the pin there, and you can see how it's bulged out in the middle but thinner at the top. Now what that does is it allows, once the eye of the drawbar goes around that, it's a nice tight fit. It's not going to rattle, it's not going to move at all, but it does allow it to move up and down. It allows it to move that way. That's why it's cut out like that. It can tell if it was just a straight pin, dead straight, and a nice tight fit, well, the drawbar wouldn't be able to move up and down without bending the pin, getting jammed in there. Now, these are all automatic, as in, like what you do, okay, up here we've got the locking mechanism, so we unlock that, grab the handle, and just pull the handle up, and there you go, it's open and ready to connect. Now what you do is you back up to the drawbar. As the drawbar goes in there, it hits it, and it automatically goes down the pin and it's locked in. Simple as that. All you've got to do is make sure that the ring feeder is, the drawbar is at the right height or a little bit low, and that's why they have this beveled edge as well. It doesn't matter if you're not directly straight on, it'll hit there and it'll slide across and lock in, or if it's too low, it'll slide up and lock in. And very easy to do on your own. You don't need anyone there to help you hook it up. And we don't use safety chains either. Once these are locked in, there's no possible way that they can come undone. Simple as that. They just do not come undone, and so you don't have to worry about safety chains because it's never going to let go. And also, while I'm here, I just thought I'd show you, this is a typical step deck or drop deck. It's an old drop deck trailer here, all steel floor. Don't use timber floors here in Australia anymore. Well, not very often. I haven't seen one for years. But all the drop decks have got ramps on them now. That's what I couldn't get over there. None of the drop decks had ramps, so if you wanted to load something onto it, like a loader or a dozer or whatever, you had to find somewhere to load it. And all the drop decks here have loading ramps. This one's electric hydraulic. Just fold them down, drive on whatever you want, and fold them up again, away you go once you chain down. So yeah, a lot easier than trying to find a loading ramp somewhere over there. Now here's a typical float. This is a Drake Trailers Australia float, quad axle float. Now double drops, I've never seen one in Australia. This is what we cart all our machinery on. Once again, ramps on the back. This one has its own power pack, has a little Honda motor in here to run the hydraulics, and this one you can fold the ramps down, and it also widens out to 4.6 metres as well. Your controls on the back here to operate the widening, and you just widen the trailer to whatever width you want. It just slides out, load your gear up, away you go. None of this having to detach the gooseneck or any of that sort of thing. Very, very easy, a lot simpler than what you guys use over there, that's for sure. And plenty of tie down points all the way along here on the sides. Very tough trailers. And while most of the trucks are here, I thought I'd show you some of the old trucks. This is the truck that features in the video. Old trucks can still haul ass, the old Ackett's, and this is the truck that I learnt to drive in. Awesome old machine. She's getting a bit tired and a bit weary nowadays, but just an awesome off-road machine. Heaps and heaps of clearance. Just walking beam Hendrickson. It's got an old N14 big cam Cummins in her, rated at 450. Goes like a rocket. Still love that old truck. Over here is the Western Star, old Heritage. Bloody good old truck, bit of a small bunk on it, but does have an ice pack, and actually very good. It's got a new way airbag on it, and bloody good truck off-road. I found that it's extremely good in rough stuff. I'm surprised at the places this truck will go, because it hasn't got the ground clearance of the Atkinson, but still an awesome truck to drive, and I really do enjoy driving an old Western Star. It's got a N14 in it, rated at 460. Now here's an old timer, 1977 Mack cruise liner. A bit of a wild old machine, this one. Got old 12-speed triple countershaft gearbox, camelback suspension on her, air start, of course, being a bloody Mack. She's got an old V8 Mack in it, rated at 440 horsepower. And yeah, a bit of a wild old machine, but very handy for low speed, heavy haul stuff, because it's very, very, very low geared. Like when you're in low first gear, mate, this thing is just like a tractor, just crawls along. And yeah, really good for low speed sort of work. There's some other trucks. There's one of the UDs, and there's the older one. She's had a paint job, the old UD, old 3300 S-Line Inter, old International there. Here's an Iveco. For all you Europeans, you've probably never seen one of them. This thing's got heavy duty 6-rod suspension. This is an Iveco Power Star, Australian designed and built Ivecos, bonneted ones. This thing's actually fitted with a Detroit diesel, like a old Series 60, 18-speed Eaton or Rockwell, whatever you want to call it, Road Ranger gearbox. And yeah, Australian Iveco for you, mate. Very Australian, as you can see. Bull bar with 4 spotties. And it's very heavy duty. This one here, I think I don't know, let me just think. I think it's about rated to 140 tonne. This particular vehicle's rated to. And last but not least, the old white Road Commander. This is a 1971 model white. Has a 250 Cummins in it, what they call the old cream motors. Absolutely wild bit of gear to drive, but it has got one of the smoothest changing gearboxes you'll ever find in an old truck. Absolutely beautiful old thing to drive, but just very rough, very hot and very noisy. I mean, check out the doors, would you? Just completely square, piano hinge doors. Wild old machine.